Hi guys, welcome back to the UK and Ireland tour. My name is Chris, aka Big Will, and today we have a double header against Baglan Dragons. We are away from home at first, and then we follow it up with the game at home. As you can see, we're still top of the table. We're 5 points clear of Sheffield and a further 3 points to Goitre and Llanelli, who have lost a couple of games recently. And since you were last with us, we've only had the three matches, a 2-1 win at home against Manford in a game that should have been a lot more comfortable, if truth be told. We created a lot of chances, but couldn't convert the majority of them, but we did still come out with the win. A 2-0 win away against Quimbran Celtic, and then a 2-2 draw in the home game against them. So there's been a few very close games, but at the same time, we've still come away with 7 points out of a possible 9 in our last three matches. And then going into these two games, hopefully we can get 2 wins as we head into January. We're already looking at a little bit of transfer business. We've got that defender coming in on loan, of course, that the director of football sorted out for us. And we're also looking at another central midfield player just to give us that extra body in there. And obviously, at the same time, we're trying to tie down a few contracts as well, ready for next season. And one or two players may be leaving. We have had bids come in for Bowen and Walters, so hopefully those two will leave, and that will give us a little bit more manoeuvrability in relation to wages. We're going into these two games against Baglan Dragons. They are sat in 14th place. They've not really had the best of times so far this season, so I'm hopeful that we can go out there and get two good results against them. They're in the relegation zone. We're top of the league. Results would suggest that we would do quite well against them. Let's hope we can do so. Llanelli Town have dropped down to fourth at the moment. They've lost a couple of games in recent weeks, so there's a little bit less pressure from them at the moment, but we do need to keep doing what we have been so far. Usual starting lineup, not too many changes. Wallace Ming's actually in at right back ahead of George, who has signed a new contract as well until the end of next season. So it's another player that we've managed to sort out. And just gradually trying to make the decisions as we go. A number of the players are playing well, but again, it's just one of them things. I don't want to commit to a lot of them too early because obviously we might be able to sign a better quality of player next season should we be in the Premier League. Um, we are favourites for these two games. Let's go out there and get the job done. They've lost a number of games in a row, Baglan Dragons. Hopefully we can compound that misery and continue to inflict more damage on their chances of staying in this division. Wallace Mink here with a throw. Short to Adam Orm, and now Keppel. Back to Wallace Mink, now Orm again. Malone. Herford strikes from distance, and what a goal from Corey Herford. It's his first goal for quite some time. He bagged a hat-trick last time he did score for us, of course, which was again in an episode, but that's a thunderous hit from Corey Herford. Really nice finish as well, I might add. He controlled the strike very, very well. And he hit it first time as well. He didn't even take a touch, and the keeper, I don't know if he was caught out, but whichever way it was, we take the lead, and that is a very good start from our point of view. Goitre United are 1-0 down. They're one of the teams, of course, in the chasing pack, 8 points behind as they are at the moment. Could be extending that gap as things stand to them anyway. Here is White into Malone. Plays it out wide to Wallace Ming into the penalty area. Wallace Ming scores his first goal for the club. He has wanted to start more games, and he's finally started to show a little bit more of his capabilities. He's trying a lot harder in training at the moment as well. So he has been given the opportunity today, and it has been justified. He goes out there and scores his first goal for the club. And at 2-0 here in the opening quarter of an hour, we're looking very, very comfortable. Goitre United 2-0 down against Llantwit Major. They've been a strange team, Llantwit Major, this season. They've beaten quite a few of the better teams in the league, but obviously they're just not quite reaching the heights in doing so. It's been a very odd season for them. Baglan Dragons there with a good opportunity, well saved by Ovendale. And the ball played in, Prime couldn't get there. Keppel really doing well with his clearance. And Holmes now picking it up, but nothing comes from it. Llanelli Town still at 0-0 as well. That's another game that we've got to keep an eye on. And Treffel in at play as a later kick-off against our rivals, Afen Lido. But so far, so good. We're playing very, very well. Possession-wise, it's relatively even. We've not had we've not had as much control as I'd have probably liked, but we've got the lead and we are very much in control here. Here is Hood into Hereford. Gets the strike away and he's fired it in again. A second goal of the day for him. Another very powerful strike, and Eichmann in the Dragons goal is not having a good day, it would appear. And at 3-0, we are pretty much assured of the 3 points here. And in terms of goal difference, we're very, very good at the moment in relation to the chasing pack as well. So again, it's not really something we've got to worry about too much. And we'll certainly take the additional goals, that is for sure. But at the same time, there's not really anything too major to worry about at the moment. Here is White coming down the left-hand side just before half-time here as Mima plays back to Hereford. And he's done a Rabona cross. Wow, that was cocky, wasn't it? And Evans Harriet with the finish. It's his 10th goal of the season. Just watch Hereford here. Sorry, it's this one, isn't it? A Rabona cross. How? I mean, this is the this is the lower division in Wales, and he's gone and done something like that. I mean, he's not going to sign a new contract with us, unfortunately. He's said that we don't match his ambitions in terms of quality in the squad. And to be quite honest, if he's doing things like that, he's probably right. But if we get promoted, I am hopeful that he will sign a new deal. But that was extremely outrageous from him. 2 goals and an assist. What a first half for Hereford. We're just going to look at keeping it going, I think, in the second half. There's not more. There's not an awful lot more that we can ask of the side, is there, really? Let's be honest. We've actually converted our chances. 6 attempts on target out of the 8 attempts we've had. So we've certainly finding the target a lot more today as well, which is good to see. And at 4-0, obviously, there's not too much else to play for. 20 minutes to go. We will make some changes. Billy Leach has been injured recently. He can come on for a bit of game time. Caleb James Richards can come on as well for Adam Orme. Ryan Hillier can come on for Jonathan Hood. And Lewis Bates will bring on as well for a bit of game time for Thomas Keppel. And we'll save the last substitution just in case. Bowen is on the bench there still, but it is likely that he will be leaving potentially in this coming transfer window. Prime with a header, clipping the crossbar and going over. They've not, I mean, you could say they've deserved the goal today, Baglan Dragons, but they've not really threatened massively. 3 attempts on target out of a possible 6. Obviously, that was probably their best chance of the game so far. And as we approach the 90th minute, very comfortable victory, 4-0. We'll certainly take it. Second half, bit of an anticlimax after the way that we performed in the first half, but I'm not complaining. We did what we needed to do, and we've saved our legs a little bit for the game at home. And Sheffield, of course, with the game in hand, but as things stand, we are 8 points clear of them. We are looking very, very strong at the moment in our bid for promotion. We'll just move it along a little bit just to see what the other results were. Hereford, fantastic performance from him. So I think that's his best performance of the season, even when he got that hat trick. Afan Lido beat Treffelin. So that means we have an 8-point gap to Treffelin and Llanelli Town now. That's that's a very good gap considering we've not dropped too many points. And we have an opportunity in the next game against Baglan Dragons as well. If we can get the same kind of performance in, hopefully, we can continue to put the pressure on the chasing pack and cement ourselves in that first place position. 8 days to go until the home game. Bear with me and we'll come back for that one, and hopefully another good performance will be incoming. Okay then, guys, here we go for the second game of that doubleheader against Baglan Dragons. We're at home for this one. Treffelin have dropped points again, as have Llanelli Town and Goitre United and Carrow Ely. If we win today, we are 10 points clear. And we have a big opportunity here today. In relation to transfers, there's a lot going on at the moment. We've confirmed a signing of Alan Conley. He's a 16-year-old Irish midfield player, but of course Ireland are still in Europe, so he can't sign until 2025, which is a bit of a frustrating, and it's November 2025, so it's a long time before he will come in. Still waiting on news on Walters leaving the club, Bowen is under offer from a number of clubs again. As you can see, we're quite a way into our wage budget at the moment. And Lewis Bates could also be on his way out as well. Obviously, we want Walters to leave as well as Bowen, and that will clear that wage budget problem anyway. But incidentally, we have already made a couple of signings. If I can just find it for a moment. Dan Carey Evans has come in on loan until the end of the season from Cambridge United. Um, I like him as a 6'4" centre back, pretty quick, good fitness. He'll be a danger from set pieces, good defensive attributes, and hopefully he can come in and shore up the defence for the last few games of the season. And we've signed another central midfield player, Englishman Alfie Cutbush has come in. Physicals aren't the best, but he's a reasonably strong lad, good work rate, fairly determined character, decent technical attributes in there as well. So hopefully he will come in and do a good job for us. He's actually here until the end of next season as well, Alfie Cutbush. So that's another player that is tied down already until next season. So we're gradually getting there. We're building one or two little positions where we're looking a little bit more solid. And hopefully, like I say, we can go out there and get the job done with a number of these players. So we'll go into this game wanting the exact same kind of result as we had last time. We're rotating a little bit because it's a Wednesday match, this one, and we've got Clanwick Major in just a few days' time. So we want our core of the side to be ready for that game. We're going out reasonably strong today. We are going to start Ryan Hillier ahead of Jonathan Hood today. Big opportunity for him. Kerry Evans gets his debut in at centre back as well. And new signing Cutbush, not really fit enough to come into the side just yet, but we'll have him in and around the squad. Bowen, of course, looks set to be leaving, so he will come off the bench as well for today's game. And hopefully we can get things finalised. Let's see how we do. Like I say, a bit of rotation in there, but we should be fine. And Dan Carey Evans, I think, is a very good signing at the back. We didn't really need a defender, but the director of football seemed to think that we did. He went in for 3 or 4 different defenders. Carey Evans was the cheapest one, and he had the best defensive attributes. So hopefully, we've made the right decision. So going out there, we want a very similar performance to the one that we had in the previous game. If we can get another 3 or 4 goal win, it would be quite nice. Obviously, in the previous double header that we had, we won in the away game quite comfortably, and then at home we drew 2-2. So plenty to focus on. Let's see what we can do. Hillier here coming forward, striking from distance. It's taken a huge deflection off the defender, and the keeper is beaten from nothing. 30 odd yards out, and Hillier has put us in front after just a minute. Big confidence boost for him, and hopefully he can push on from this, because obviously he is wanting more first team football, and when we've given it to him, he's not really performed. But that is a really good start for him. Hopefully we can build on that. Baglan Dragons immediately from kickoff looking to create an opportunity of their own. Here is Green, lays it back to Holmes, lofts it over the top, and Williams is in behind, and Williams has scored immediately. That is dreadful defensively from our point of view. Absolutely shocking. The fact that we've conceded so quickly after that goal, and in the space of 3 minutes, it's 1-1. Very poor defensively. The fact that we've switched off after immediately after scoring is poor in itself, but they didn't look like scoring a single goal against us in the game at their place. And here, they seem to have got the bit between their teeth. Herford here, swinging it in toward the far post. Evans Harriott couldn't get there. Morgan cleared. Wallace Ming picks it up into Adam Orme. And now Evans, back to Wallace Ming, coming down this right-hand side. Swings it into the far post. Mima is there. And Eichmann again, a little bit suspect there. He got a touch to it, but couldn't keep it out. His first goal in quite a few matches, actually, to be fair, for Mima. And it's a little bit of a relief, to be honest. But it's another goal to add to his collection. He's been a very good signing as well this season. And hopefully we can push on from this. We've retaken the lead, and we've lasted more than 2 minutes for in terms of conceding an equaliser, so we should be okay now. We seem to have control. Possession is good, creating a lot of chances. Hopefully, we can put this game to bed. Hopefully by half time, but if not, in the second half. Like I say, home form has been a little bit hit and miss at times. And Bertels here with a delivery from the corner toward Lawrence at the far post. Good punch from Ovendale. And Merengue picking it up, though, into Thomas. And now Bertels into Holmes. They're trying to find the opening, and Williams is there, and he smashed it off the post, but he was offside anyway. And it remains 2-1. We've created so many chances today, but the game remains very close. And unfortunately, a lot of the time, this is how games have been. And it's been a little bit frustrating. We just need that little bit of extra quality. We create so many chances. I think it's just that little bit of extra quality in taking them, to be quite honest. Here is Hereford into Hillier. And now Adam Orme, space in front of him. It's a decent strike, but again, off target. And again, he had enough time there to easily get the attempt on target. At least then you've got half a chance. Half time here, we lead 2-1. Very good performance. Again, they've had 5 attempts at goal, just the one on target, which they scored. 5 attempts on target from 16 attempts at goal. Possession-wise, we're looking very comfortable. But we need to remind the lads to stay focused in this second half, and we really need to push on and try and put this game to bed and extend our gap at the top of the table. Incidentally, the board came to us just before this game kicked off. We have signed a new contract with the club as well. So our future is secured, if nothing else. And things are looking quite positive for the future. They've still not allowed me to take any coaching courses yet because they're aware that that I may be poached by another team, but that is not my intention. But they're erring on the side of caution. Here is Hereford trying to get into the penalty area. Francis clears, looking for Williams, but White getting onto it. Now Kerry Evans into Malone. Now Orme. Good strike from Orme, and Eichmann just about tipping it onto the woodwork, and Thomas puts it out for a throw-in. And again, really good chances being created from our point of view. And it remains 2-1, but so many chances being created, and we still only have the 1-goal lead. Eichmann with the clearance, and Orme wins the header. He didn't really have enough support there. Lawrence into Prime. Spreads it to this right-hand side for Green. They're just holding on to possession at the moment, trying to probe for any space and weakness at the moment. Holmes into Green. Getting back to Holmes. They're being very, very patient, and I'm hoping we can catch them out, but the ball's been played over the top, and Green comes down this right-hand side, swings in, looking for Merengue, who wins the header, and Ovendale was scrambling for it, but couldn't get there. And luckily it went wide. I'm just going to pause there for a moment. The fact that we've not really taken advantage of any more chances is concerning me a bit. We'll get Hood and Leach on out wide, and Alfie Cutbush can come on for his debut for Orme as well, and we'll get George on potentially as well. To be fair, in terms of fitness-wise, we're not looking too bad. A little bit of nervousness at the back, though, which isn't ideal. We'll probably get Keppel on for Evans, our captain. And hopefully that should be that. We always leave that one change, of course, for the most part, just in case. And Hereford here with a corner swung in toward the centre of the penalty area. It's followed for Kerry Evans, who couldn't get onto it, really. And Eichmann with a comfortable claim. And with a minute remaining, it remains 2-1. And the clearance was good by the keeper, and it's lofted over the top looking for Williams. Kerry Evans with the header. Green, though, into the centre, finds Bertels. And now Morgan. Baglan Dragons looking to get a late equaliser here. Morgan into the penalty area, and there is the goal for Ryan Bertels. And this is exactly what happened in the last double header that we had. We dominated both games, but drew in the home game. And this is 3 points dropped. This is unacceptable. They've had 2 shots on target, scored them both. We've had 7 attempts out of 25. Dominated possession. It is completely unacceptable that we've drawn that game. Very, very frustrating. I know we're playing well throughout the season, and I need to remember that we're doing well. But for us to let go of the win, considering that we won 4-0 away from home, That is unacceptable. And yes, we're 8 points clear, but that should be 10 points. And Baglan Dragons, a team in the relegation zone, it's not good, really. We needed to be doing better than that. And a bit frustrating way to finish the episode, but we did it against Cumbria and Celtic. We won 2-0 away from home, won 4-0 away against Baglan Dragons, and then 2-2 at home. A late equaliser in that one against Baglan Dragons, and in the end, we actually went behind twice in that particular game. But again, they had 2 shots on target and scored them both, and again, we dominated in that game. So we just need to be more clinical up front. There's a number of players that might be leaving. Yes, we're a little bit topsy turvy at the moment, but you know things have got to be more consistent, and it could come back to bite us. I know we've got a good gap, but we have got to be very, very careful. In terms of going forward, we're going to come back for Cambrian and Clydach and a Manford. We'll get 4 games done and out of the way. Then obviously we've got the last 2 games of the season there as well, in which the title will hopefully already be sorted, but we'll see how we do. In our next 4 games, Clanwick Major's the next one. That is the one that we really want to win. So until next time, guys, thank you very much for your support. Please like, subscribe to the channel. It is all greatly appreciated. I will see you all next time. This is Big Will, signing away.